Our tagline is defy limitation. We've all been through adversity in our lives, including myself, and we've had to overcome things, and there's a better way. So we will never compromise the integrity of our products. That's what I want people to know about Defiance Fuel as the company.
Hey, fitness and health fans. It's time to get your game on and crush it with Coach Marghella in another episode of Sporting Good Fitness. Join us for the podcast that will coach you from the sidelines to keep you on your game no matter what health or fitness game you play.
Hey, I'm Coach Marghella. I'm Sporting Good Fitness. What are you sporting?
Hey, Coach Marghella, what do you have for us today?
All right, welcome back to Sporting Good Fitness. This is Dr. Frank Marghella, and today I have a special guest with me, a good friend of mine, Brian, and he is with Defiance Fuel, an awesome product that we've used in my office for the last couple of years, and Brian has a great story. So just wanted to say hi to you, Brian, and how's things going for you today?
Hey, Frank. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate you. You've been such a great client for us, and you always keep me adjusted, and I appreciate that. That keeps me going every day, especially running a business and having a family. So great to be on the show with you today. And we've been doing a number of incredible things with Defiance Fuel. We've got a great hydration solution that we have 3 patents on, and we work with gyms, chiropractic clinics, wellness centers, specialty sporting goods stores, professional athletes, sports teams. Defiance Fuel is really for everyone, but we targeted athletes when we first got started, and we've just had some great wins. We're the official water of the St. Louis Cardinals. We've got over 300 pro athletes that buy Defiance Fuel. We don't endorse athletes, and so
that's really one of the most amazing things, is because I know a lot of times athletes just get handed products and get paid to just sponsor them, and I know that your company doesn't do that, so it's impressive that they're willing to put their own time and money into this when they're not getting paid for it.
Yeah, when we first postulated the company, we said if we gave the athletes what they've always wanted, not only would they readily endorse the product, but they would buy it, and that's what we've seen happen. We've actually got 7 NFL guys, 1 NBA guy, and a lot of other owners as well that own part of Defiance Fuel, and these guys were clients before they even became partners with us. So that's been fun, and it's been really great just to see what's happened with these guys and their health, and they're gaining knowledge about how there are different waters out there. There are different options out there that can really help their overall performance. And with our technology and with our double-blind published studies, that really separates us from a lot of different companies.
Yeah, so tell me, what's the biggest difference that sets Defiance Fuel apart from regular water?
So we've got a patented, process, and in what we've been able to show in 2 double-blind studies. In one of the studies, we did it in 5 hospitals, and we had 336 patients. All the patients were type 2 diabetics. It's a double-blind study, so one group drinks regular water, the other group drinks Defiance Fuel, and we were able to show an incredible increase in hydration over regular water after 30 days of only drinking 1.5 liters. Yeah, it was over a 20% increase in hydration, and what it also showed was that it hydrates more effectively, as seen by an improvement in intracellular water and extracellular water ratios. So it really helps with that water changeover. So what it does, it gets inside the cells, and then it flushes out the wasted toxins. And, another thing it showed in the study is that it significantly increases basal metabolic rate.
So in other words, your metabolism goes up?
That's correct. And one of the other significant things that it increases overall cellular health, as indicated by the phase angle. And the phase angle is the health and integrity of your cell, and that's huge.
So could you explain to our listeners a little bit more about what that actually means?
Your phase angle is the health and integrity of your cells. So a bodybuilder would have an incredible, phase angle, right, where a cancer patient or a type 2 diabetic would not have a great phase angle.
Okay, I see. And then you mentioned when people started drinking the water, they could test these things at a later date and see the drastic changes.
Correct. You could, yeah, exactly. You can test your intracellular water and extracellular water ratios And then you could also test the phase angle, which is the health and integrity of your cells.
That's actually something that I didn't even know about either, so I'm glad you explained that. Thank you for doing that.
Sure.
What I noticed the most with our patients, people are getting better weight loss and keeping it off once they're done. And they're actually coming in telling me, hey, I'm craving water now. I used to not like to drink water, but I really like the taste of this water. I actually see a difference, and I've never had anybody tell me that before, so that's why I know that it's really working. And then the numbers on the scale keep going down, their inches keep going down. So, I mean, it's showing that it's making an impact.
I love to hear those stories. And we first pioneered the technology with Olympic athletes, and we had 4 gold medal swimmers that won gold medals in the early 2000s. And we've got an endorsement from the Olympic swim coach, and it was a game changer, and that's where it was first pioneered. And it's been really exciting, and we really just loved the technology behind it. I'm a former athlete, so I fell in love with it, and I had a lot of friends that were athletes, so we started getting it out into the market, and here we are today.
When was it? Back in the mid-'90s when you played at Alabama?
Yeah, back in the early 90s, I played at the University of Alabama, so we've got a big game coming Monday night, and I was kind of torn in the semifinals because I played with Dabo, who's the head coach at Clemson. So
yeah,
I'm glad we won, but I would have been fine if Clemson would have won, maybe.
Yeah, you say
no,
that
I'm kidding.
Now.
Yeah. No, I was happy for him last year. There's a lot of guys that we played together that coach at Clemson. So I'm excited for where their program is today, and it's going to continue just to be great. And Alabama's got an incredible program. Saban's done a phenomenal job, and everybody likes to refer to us as the evil empire right now.
Hey, yeah. That's where you want to be, though. It's like the Patriots, like the Yankees. They all get
exactly
to that. I wanted to ask you, of all the people you've met through athletes and rappers and singers and stuff, who's the one that you really wanted to meet the most when you've met them?
It's a tough question, Frank. I really enjoyed talking with Tom Brady. He's got an incredible background. That's somebody that I really am excited to kind of get together with. I've met some incredible, people from, Jeezy, who's an incredible rapper, got a great story. I just really enjoyed sitting down with him and sharing, background, the stories, and on country music side, I enjoyed meeting Jake Owen. Jake's a great guy and big believer in our product. We've got incredible athletes on many NFL teams, and as I said, we're the fish water of the Cardinals. So just meeting a number of those guys, I meet different people every week. So I could make a whole list for you, Frank.
Yeah. But also, this is not something that you're just going to pick up in the grocery store, right? This is something that you only partner with certain groups and people and things like that?
Correct. Currently, we only sell to gyms, chiropractic clinics, wellness centers, specialty sporting goods stores, pro athletes, sports teams, and direct-to-consumer. We are not in grocery stores or convenience stores and have chosen not to go that route. We're excited because we've got some really incredible people on our team, and we're only going to launch products that have incredible science behind it, that are just incredible products. I mean, our chief science officer, he's head of epigenetics and cancer prevention at Baylor Medical Center, and he's the leading world scientist on an herb called curcumin. So we're really excited about some of the things that we're doing with him and going forward.
Awesome. So tell me, if somebody decides to start using this water, what's the best way to really test it when they first start using it?
You can test your intracellular water before you start. You can test your phase angle. So there's machines that can really help you. I mean, we've got stories, as you know, from many of our gym owners that have had their phase angle tested where they were 55th percentile, and after 60 days they're in the 97th percentile. Wow. And again, phase angles to health and integrity of your cells.
Right.
So those are good tests to really kind of help out.
When somebody starts drinking the water, what do you recommend, like frequency and things like that of drinking the water?
Depending on the person and kind of what they do in regards to fitness, I would recommend drinking 2 to 4 liters a day.
Okay.
And me, as you well know, I think I'm the most hydrated person on the planet. But
yeah,
I drink 6 to 7 liters a day. I'm constantly stopping at places to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but with my weight loss people, they're feeling like they're detoxing at a faster rate, is what they're telling me. And the numbers on the scale and the, the measurements we're taking, really go along with that. So I feel like you may be going to the bathroom a little bit more, but the value of it is that you're getting rid of these toxins that have possibly been in your system for years.
That brings up a good point, Frank. I mean, regardless of the age or health of someone, what the key is that you want to increase your intracellular water. And when we're born as babies, the intracellular water is at 60% and the extracellular water is at 40%. As we get older, that reverses. And by the age of 65, it has totally reversed, which can cause tremendous things. I mean, you're talking about type 2 diabetes, all inflammation diseases. So with Defiance Fuel, it actually brings that intracellular water back to when we were young. So that's a huge key, because when you increase the intracellular water, it's true energy, right? I mean, there's many things out there that give you, I call it fake energy, and you crash in the middle of the day. So just increasing that will help people, especially as we get older, increase your cell charge. It will just help increase that intracellular water.
Absolutely. If you were working out, what kind of effects do you see, like for an athlete standpoint? Like, what are the biggest things that athletes tell you that they see when they start using the water? Because I know you guys work with like D1 facilities where they train a lot of these guys for the NFL Combine. And are they seeing that in just that short time when they're doing those trainings with them?
What we have seen with our athletes, and I'm just going to use the Titans as an example. We've got 14 Tennessee Titans players that drink Defiance Fuel, and every one of them comes back to me and just talks about how they don't feel full or bloated like they have with other sports drinks or other water. So, that's part of the technology. It stimulates water mobility in the cell, so you don't feel as full. So, as a matter of fact, Brett Kern, who's the punter for the Titans, is like, I drink 6 bottles of water on a Sunday, and I've never been able to do that with other water. So that's a big thing, and we've increases their energy, and they feel better, and they feel more hydrated. They know their bodies well. So there's a lot of things that happen when you're truly hydrated. That's some of the things we hear on a daily, weekly basis.
So Brian, one of the things I haven't asked you today actually is, why did you get involved in Defiance Fuel? Kind of what basically fueled you to make that decision?
I've always really had a passion for health and fitness and, sports, as we've talked about many times. And, I was on a path of creating a better way. I'd, lost, some family members to cancer and type 2 diabetes. And so at the time in my life, it spoke to me, and, really just kind of wanted to really be on that kick, because I felt like when this technology came to me and my business partners came to me, it was something that I was passionate about. I was passionate about, eating the right way, being healthy, and, I had started a family, and I wanted my children to really know about health and fitness and doing things, the right way. So it was really just, something that to me was like a better way to really enhance, my family's well-being, their health. So that at the time, that's what spoke to me.
That's a great story. I love to hear things like that. And then you told me that you have a special source where you get this water from.
We never start with tap water.
And why is that? You told me kind of why that is. Can you explain that to the audience about the memory and water that you told me about?
Yeah, we never start with tap water, because what we know and what people are figuring out is that water holds memory. So even, when you process the waters that may have chlorine and pharmaceuticals and fluoride and other stuff, it's still going to hold the memory of that water. So we, with our patented process, it takes, about 11 hours to make our water, but we source rare earth magnets from around the world. We've done a number of incredible things, and what we've learned over the past 30 years is incredible. So, our backstory, our doctor, his wife was bedridden, had an autoimmune disorder, couldn't get out of the bed. And, he came across this book on cellular hydration, and he was a researcher at UC Irvine, and he finally saw something about this healing well in Lourdes, France. I never knew there were any healing wells around the world. But one famous one is in Lourdes, and there's 11 around the world. And there had been 300 confirmed, plus Vatican miracles there. But, our doctor, he's a very religious guy, but he's also a scientist. So they figured there was something going on with the water coming up through the earth and different qualities. So what he had some colleagues in France, he actually said, can you bottle up this water for us and send it back? And they said, well, we can, but the problem is that it loses its structure and its mojo when it leaves the source. So what he did was flash froze the water at the source and did it to all 11 around the world and brought it back to our lab and figured out what was going on, reverse engineered the process, and then figured out how do you stabilize this. It took us 10 years to actually stabilize the process.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, and so here we are. That's right. If not, if they figured it out, if anybody would have figured it out, it would, think about it, we'd have a Lourdes bottling company.
The last thing I want to ask you is, what should people take away from hearing this today? What do you want people to know the most about Defiance Fuel from this podcast that we did today?
Our tagline is defy limitation. And, we've all been through adversity in our lives, including myself, and we've had to overcome things. And, there's a better way. So we will always roll out products that are incredible for you. We will never compromise the integrity of our products. We always love answering questions, and we do a lot of research. And so that's what I want people to know about Defiance Fuel as the company.
Well, Brian, I really appreciate you taking the time out. I know that you have a busy schedule. I know you travel a lot. I know your wife is due next week, and congratulations on that as well. And I know that you have a lot of things going on, but I really appreciate you taking the time out. And I just want to let you know, just speaking with you and the knowledge that I've been able to share with my patients it's really helped my patients get either weight loss or just get, better digestion or better sleep. Whatever they came in for, I noticed that they've just gotten better results, and they're able to keep, the weight off now where they couldn't before. And I feel like their adjustments are holding better and their body is just getting healthier. So I just want to thank you, because I really appreciate you and what your company does, because there's not a lot of companies out there that really care about the actual health and the integrity of how they develop their products and everything. So again, I appreciate the process that you guys have, because it's not often you meet people that do that and that they really care about the health and the well-being of their customers and their family and everything. So thank you again for coming on the show today, and good luck on Monday with Alabama, and obviously with the baby coming next week.
So Frank, thank you. I appreciate you having me on, and like I said, it's been wonderful to get to know you over the past couple of years. Appreciate what you do, and thank you for keeping me adjusted and my body where it needs to be. And just honored to be on the show with you guys. Just want to continue to help people, and that's what it's about. About relationships, and that's important to us. And yes, we hopefully will have a big win Monday night, and my wife hopefully will not have the baby during the game. So
that's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
we'll
but no,
like Tuesday or Wednesday.
That'd be great. I mean, I'm trying to talk to the baby, every day. Like, hold on, just a few more days. But no, Frank, thank you. I appreciate you and all you do, and glad to be a partner with you.
All right, thanks again. So you can follow Defiance Fuel at Defiance Fuel on both Instagram and Twitter. I highly recommend everybody that listens to this try Defiance Fuel. It really, once you try it, you'll see the difference between just tap water or just the other bottled waters out there. We carry it in our clinic. We've been giving it to all our patients for the last couple of years, and they really see a big difference. And you know what? Actually, if you come in the office, I'll actually give you a free bottle if you mention that you listen to this podcast. I really want to get the word out about how great Defiance Fuel is. So I will give you your first bottle free if you mention this episode. So what I want you to take away from today is a few different things. So really, hydration is the key, and it can't just be any old water. It can't be tap water. It has to be a good quality water like Defiance Fuel. They really have taken the time to give you a quality product because it actually works for your body. If you're someone that's trying to lose weight, the biggest thing I notice with our patients is that it curbs your appetite and cravings. I mean, how many people that you know, or even yourself, that has a problem with cravings, and when they're trying to do diet and exercise, they're always craving things. So the water actually helps curb that appetite and the cravings on there. The other big thing is that when someone's trying to lose weight, if you're not detoxing your body, you're never going to lose weight and keep it off. That's the key. Most people can lose weight over a short period of time, but it's the long game that they fail at. It's where they're not detoxing their cells. So the nice thing about Defiance Fuel, because the pH is the right balance, it'll actually penetrate your cells and go into there and flush out the waste and the toxins much faster than regular water alone. The other thing is that it really helps nutrient absorption. Most people's cells don't want to open, so when you're taking vitamins and you buy these and you're spending money and time taking vitamins, a lot of it just gets eliminated from the body and doesn't actually absorb in the cells. Well, when you take Defiance Fuel with your nutrients and vitamins and proteins that you're taking when you're on these diet programs, basically you're going to actually absorb those things much better, because the cell will actually accept the fluids into the cell, so you'll actually get the transfer out of the toxins and the transfer into the nutrients. As far as athletes are concerned, if you're an athlete and you feel like you're suffering from endurance issues, aerobic capacity may be lower, you run and you feel like you can't keep up and you can't, make those strides where you can, if you're training for a marathon or you just feel like you get winded easily, the water will actually help your bodies get better aerobic capacity, cellular health, and also the endurance that you're looking for, on top of the hydration that you naturally get with that. And then on top of that, when you're done with these workouts, you also get a better recovery, because there's more recovery when you have the water in you. You can recover at a faster rate to work out for you next time. Just like any given Sunday, it's a game of inches. Well, with your body, it's a game of cells. And if you're not winning that game, you're never going to lose weight. You're never going to have the losses that you want to keep off. You're never going to sleep well. You're not going to, build the muscle that you want to build. It's just not going to happen. Your body needs to be rebuilt at the cellular level so that you can get the gains that you want and see the results that you're expecting to see. So you want to lose weight? It starts at the cellular level. You want to be more athletic, gain strength. You want to bodybuild? It starts at the cellular level. You want to sleep better? It starts at the cellular level. You want to digest your food better? It starts at the cellular level. Thank you for listening today, and please follow us on Facebook at Ideal Health and Wellness Center, also Twitter and Instagram at Ideal Health and Wellness Center. Please subscribe to our show, because we have a lot of great guests coming up, even some athletes coming up on here. So we got some great content to share with you guys to help you in sporting good fitness. This is Coach Marghella saying, I'm sporting good fitness. How about you? I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you, Coach Marghella, for another thrilling episode.
Sporting Good Fitness is a broadcast wellness production powered by Ideal Health and Wellness Center in Franklin. Executive producer, Frank Sardella. Dr. Marghella appears courtesy of Ideal Health and Wellness Center, copyright 2018, all rights reserved. For more information, visit sportinggoodfitness.com.